How to make him worry about losing you. 15 ways that really work. Not that I think playing games is a good idea. But, if the choices are to either move along and find someone else or try to rekindle what you once had, then I think some trickery might be in order. The key to using these tips for how to make him worry about losing you is that you don't go overboard. Jealousy is a good thing in small amounts. But, if you make him question your loyalty or whether he should trust you, then you might just have gone too far. Here are the tips for how to make him worry about losing you. 1. Have a friend text you under an imaginary contact. The thing that will make him worry about losing you most is thinking that there are still other men who find you desirable and want to score with you. The best way to remind him that you meet people out in the world every day who may be interested in dating you is to create a fake contact on your phone like Jake and then have a friend text you. When he sees another guy's phone number blowing up your phone, it will certainly send his anxiety high and make him fearful that there might be someone else out there better suited, or just plain better, than him. 2. Make yourself unavailable. If you are always the one who is sitting around waiting for him to contact you or to check in on your day, then it is time to make yourself unavailable. If he suddenly can't contact you any time that he wants, he might be reminded of what it was like to not have someone as awesome as you in his life. 3. Be elusive about your plans. If you are someone who always checks in and checks with him before making plans, then it is time to stop being so accountable and accounted for. Instead of telling him the aspects of your night on the town or downplaying it to make it sound like you don't have anything important going on, keep the details all to yourself. Next time, make him guess what you are up to. If all of a sudden you stop filling in the gaps and telling him every aspect of your life, he will wonder why you are leaving the specifics out and what you are doing differently. Making him question things is always a great tip for how to make him worry about losing you. 4. Talk a whole lot about a coworker that is good looking. If he comes by the office once in a while and notices Matt in the cubicle next to you as hot, you likely have seen that quick glance of panic. If you suddenly start talking about Matt and he is included in your conversation nonchalantly, then he will start to wonder why you are talking and thinking about him so much. Including a good-looking guy in the conversation here and there is a great way to keep him wondering how much time you are spending with other guys. Or worse yet, daydreaming about him. 5. Stop doing the things he loves so much. We all want to make the guy in our lives happy. So, we do those little things to brighten his day or make a horrible day less so. If you want to make him worry about what life will be without you, then stop doing all those things that say, "I love you." If you pause doing the things that say, "I have been thinking about you," for a bit, it will make him question whether you have been thinking about him or not. 6. Stop instantly answering his text messages. One of the biggest reasons why a guy starts to pull away or take advantage of someone is because girls themselves too needy or they stop being a challenge. So, another tip for how to get him to worry about losing you is to stop answering his text messages immediately. If he shoots you a text, don't answer him right away, or at all. If you don't answer him, you will be surprised at how quickly he will be blowing up your phone wondering why the change has occurred and freaking out that your feelings might be changing. Make yourself a challenge again by not being so clingy and responsive. 7. Try some new moves in the bedroom. How do people typically learn new bedroom tricks? Well, I suppose some look online, but usually, women get their new tricks from being with someone else. If you put some effort into your sexual performance or add a couple of things to it, he will wonder what you have been doing in your spare time. Also, if you show him your wild side, it might make him wonder what else you have been hiding from him. 8. Put a lock on your phone. Sure, you have nothing to hide, so it makes no sense to put a passcode on your phone. But if you haven't had one and you suddenly do, he will start to wonder why you are acting all secretive. Think about it, if he put a passcode on his cell if he hadn't had one before, you would probably worry that he was getting texts from someone that he didn't want you to know about. Guys' brains might not always work the same all the time, but in this instance, they do. 9. Change your passwords. Just like putting on a passcode, changing your password will stop him from having access to all your stuff. It isn't really that he cares or looks through it, but the thought that you have kept something from him and put things under lock and key will drive him crazy, and he'll wonder what you are up to. That translates into worrying about losing you. 10. Do things to better yourself. If you have put on the relationship 10 pounds, suddenly start working out. Getting into shape will work twofold. 1. He will wonder why you all of a sudden care so much about the way that you look. And 2. It will restore you back to the girl that he couldn't keep his eyes off of and never, ever, took for granted. 11. Flirt. It is easy to get out of the practice of flirting with other guys. Just for the record, even if you don't care about learning how to make him worry about losing you, flirting is a good thing for you to maintain a healthy self-esteem. It will also remind you and him that there are other fish in the sea. If you want him to worry about losing you, then maybe you need to consider how much you really have to lose. Flirting will jog your memory about a time when a guy adored you and thought you were the hot dignity. 12. Send yourself flowers. Send yourself flowers without a note. That will make him wonder who is trying to win you over. Flowers say, "I have romantic feelings for you," and that will make his brain spell trouble. 13. Go away for a weekend. There is nothing that can make a guy miss you more than giving him some time alone to miss you. Absence really does make the heart grow fonder. Let him feel what it is like to not have you around. 14. Have a careless attitude. Women are creatures of habit, and caring about the men in their life is hardwired. Unfortunately, those qualities are usually not the same in men. If you want to know how to make him worry about losing you, then you have to develop a careless attitude about him. If he doesn't want to call when he says that he will, care less. If he doesn't ask you to go out on the weekend, care less. When he stops seeing you fall over yourself trying to make him happy, he might start to fall all over you to make you happy again. 15. Stop nagging. The more you try to get his attention, the less he is going to want to give it to you. If you continually complain about how he never does anything with you, or that he is taking you for granted, that won't make him want to be with you. And it might just make him a little less fearful of losing you. If you stop the nag train, let him be and live your life without him. He will quickly get the feeling that something is amiss. He might then be afraid of you not hanging around to nag him anymore. If you live life without him, your words might sound less like nagging and make him miss your voice.